Which often traded player moved again today deserves it the least? It's the same dudes.
Yes.
They're always getting traded. Seth Curry, Dennis Schroeder, Kelly Olynyk, or Patrick Beverley. All a bunch of little trade bitches.
Well, and the Morris brothers. Anytime, if you want to know if the Morrises are still in the NBA.
Didn't even make the list.
I feel like Gordon Hayward could be in there too.
Yeah,
he
Hayward
today again too.
Just tune into the trade deadline and you'd be like, oh, one of the Morris twins is still there. That makes sense.
So the 4 guys on this list have been traded a total of 20 times.
Yeah. I feel like it's Schroeder, who's actually a really nice player.
I agree.
I mean,
that's who would get my vote.
None of those are bad guys. But
Beverly I can see because he's like a hired gun and he's kind of wears out his welcome and he's annoying.
Yeah, and now he's going to a place that, the second best player on the team absolutely despised him and had to release a statement saying, yeah, he's an ass and I hate him, but we're trying to win a championship. If you don't know, him and Dame, not on the best of terms, but Dame had to release a statement saying that all that stuff aside, we're trying to win. And Beverly's one of those guys that you probably, like, he is one of the most hated guys in the NBA, but when he's on your team, you tolerate him.
Well, yeah, you tolerate him. He's a gnat.
Yeah.
And you love guys like that. Now, Lillard, so he does go to the Bucks, and Lillard said, quote, there aren't many players that bring it on the nightly like him.
Yeah.
Our past personal issues don't trump the opportunity to win the championship, end quote. So he hates him, but he's like, fine.
Yeah, you put up with him.
He's better than me defensively, so that's good. I would agree with you. I think it's Schroeder. I think he's a nice little player, but he gets dealt again.
Yeah. At least with Hayward's
hell, I've lost track of where he got dealt too.
Hayward's a nice player too, but he's just hurt all the time. And so we know that he will get hurt.
Hayward went to the Thunder.
Yeah. Which, by the way, Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Like, they have like 8 million picks. How did they not even have to give up a pick to go get a guy that when he's healthy, he'll give you, 15 and 7? It's a nice get for them.
So the Hornets got Trey Mans and is it Davis Bertans?
Yeah, something like that.
I think it's Davis, but yeah.
Davis Bertans.
Well, and Mann was like the number 18 overall pick, but he's fallen out of favor. He doesn't play there. But with all those picks, you couldn't squeeze. The key is now, like, everyone gets traded for like 9 second-round picks. Like, you couldn't squeeze like a second-rounder out of Oklahoma City?
It is so weird how many second-round picks get traded.
Yeah. Well, I guess,
as if they mean something.
Well, I guess with the new CBA, there is something to being able to fill out rosters with cheap second-round picks that you can kind of move around. So, I mean, that's become an asset. It's harder in the buyout market now, and there's punitive things. They've made it harder to go out and do deals.
So what else? Hornets also sent P.J. Washington to the Mavericks for Seth Curry, Grant Williams, and a first. That seems pricey, but okay. Schroeder goes from Toronto to the Nets for Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah. And he's going to get waived. And so he'll be in the buyout market. And they're saying that he will probably be for a contender, that's probably the best thing that's going to be available out on the buyout market.
There's another guy.
Yeah.
The guy gets always traded.
Yeah, nice player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blazers made a deal today, guys.
Yes. Well, and to be fair, I guess I'm not going to be fair.
Fair to who?
Well, the Blazer fan, obviously, there's 2 camps here that are waiting for them to go all in with the chips. And so I saw plenty of Blazer fans that were pissed off that nothing really happened. And then others that were like, what did you want him to do? But by all accounts, Brogdon had as much interest as anyone on the trade market. Multiple reports saying that there were, 8 to 10 teams that all had interest in Brogdon. But the problem was the Blazers had a very expensive price tag and no one wanted to meet it. So, here we go. With Sharp being out, you don't have to worry about minutes. And, I think the idea is that this draft, the Blazers already have 2 picks in it. They don't really want a third. And they feel like in the summertime that they'll be able to get another an asset or a better asset for it. And the other one too is Brogdon doesn't appear to not want to be here. It's odd that a guy who is used to contending for titles has won a 6th Man of the Year award. By all accounts, he just keeps saying how happy he is in Portland. So you don't have a malcontent. And then it's not like making a move now helps you. You're not trying to do anything. You're not trying to win games. So I get why they didn't do it. I just think it's another deadline where Blazer fans are tired of inactivity. I think it's frustrating for him, but I understand why they didn't do it.
I'll see your inactivity and raise you a Delano Bandon. Did I get that right?
Banton, yeah.
Banton?
Yeah.
Did anyone know who he was before today?
Golf's on my mind. I didn't. I had to look him up. He's got cool dreads.
Yeah, he has long hair. He's got some length. So he's 24 appearances this year, 2.3 points per game, a rebound and a half. Averages about 7 minutes in his appearance.
So he'll get you a bucket in 7 minutes.
So he
played in Boston.
Yeah.
The Blazers sent a second-round pick that's protected.
Protected, that's key.
Heavily protected.
Yeah, because it's got to be like 55 or worse or something.
Ain't gonna be no buddy stuff.
Not even worth talking about. But he can't shoot or play defense, but he's got cool dreads.
Yeah, my understanding is he's a poor man's Ben Simmons, and I'm not certain.
And that's whoa.
Ben Simmons is a poor man's Ben Simmons.
Right.
So.
No, he is a poor man. He's a poor man's Ben Simmons.
You're giving him far too much credit. But he didn't play in Boston. Maybe in Portland they'll pull the shoot later in the season and get him some minutes, and he'll wow people with his dunks and then get cut.
I swear to God, if you want me to lose it, if that son of a bitch right there is the reason why they win 29 games, watch me lose my ass.
You know who's going to be
we're going to put I mean, I can't tell you the things we would have to do, but Delano Banton might be in trouble if he starts contributing.
If we get to the final week of the season and that dude just goes wild, like they just pull the shoot on everything, but he goes nuts and they're responsible for like 2 wins to get him to 29, I may commit crimes.
Well, it's not going to be that guy, but I do think it might be Brogdon because the Blazers have just enough veterans to scare you to 29 wins.
Yeah, they're playing better.
So they're probably going to have to really pull the shoot, like
I'm hoping so.
Shut down Simons.
Yeah.
And
that's
Jeremy
where
Grant.
That's where some of us on this show, 2/3 of us, we're counting on because.
But they don't want a draft pick
As the season, but I mean, they
do, but they don't want. Are they going to tank?
There's no reason for them to win games. As we get down the stretch, there's no reason. None. You're not going to catch the truly awful teams in the league.
You can with the loss tonight.
Oh, you're not catching the Detroit Pistons.
Hey.
They got 7 wins.
Starts tonight.
Hey, by the way, the Pistons, the red-hot Pistons.
Yeah, they won last night.
They won. They beat Sacramento.
If they win again tonight.
Buck comes over to me today. We're sitting down there getting ready for the show, and he goes, boy, it sure would be nice if we could get one tonight.
Oh, it'd be so juicy.
And we knew right
You mean a loss?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think
if we could walk in a loss to Detroit, that would be
when he says it'd be nice if we can get one, we didn't need anything else. We both locked eyes and we knew what we were talking about there.
You guys are sweating this, and I love it.
I saw Twitter was having some fun because the Sacramento Kings tried to troll the Pistons by just replaying the off the face mask interception that helped down Detroit in the playoffs, and they just did that for the entire starting 5 announcement, and then they got their butts kicked at home by the Pistons.
Yeah, they kind of kicked their ass, right?
That's right.
I mean, not that I watched it, but
the red hot.
Yeah.
Detroit. Look out tonight.
And Jaden Ivey had 37.
And Scoot's questionable, and
Ayton.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to that lake.
So,
maybe he's at the lake.
We'll see what happens. Look, all I'm saying is that if someone ends up with some back tightness, Malcolm Brogdon, and you need to take some games off, you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm just saying, like, let's not be heroes here. Development and health. That's the key to the remainder of the season.